Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Super Coach. I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm supposed to say next, Brandon. I have spoken so many freaking times today. I've been on a podcast. I've been going since early this morning. I'm Coach Micheal, Burt, the Super Coach. Every week I come into your life to multiply your life and your money and your business. And like a good coach does, I'm going to find the kryptonite in your life. That's the one thing holding you back, that's keeping you from winning in 2015. And we're coming down the home stretch and things are getting crazy. Things are getting cray-cray, man. We got so much activity and action going on. And not long ago, I introduced to the market that I was going to do a super study about every other month of specialists. And I've been reading a book about Nick Saban, the famous coach at Alabama. And so my team said, man, you ought to do a super study of what you're learning in the book. And so the subtitle of the book is called The Making of a Coach. The Making of a Coach. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to dig in. I got a PowerPoint I'm going to coach you through. You can download Super Coach every single week on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Podcast Republic. But I want you downloading the show. And in about 20 minutes, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about the making of a coach with the pretense of a super study of Nick Saban. And so let me just get down to it, because I believe a good coach can change your life. I believe one 20-minute podcast can change your life. I believe a good show every week on the Greatness Network like Super Coach can definitely change your life. So let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Brandon, let's go to the PowerPoint. I'm going to start coaching these folks. Here's the premise of today's show. This is what I believe. And what I want to know is, do you believe it too? I believe a good coach can change your life. That's a good manager. That's a good boss. That's a good mentor. I believe a good coach can become a consistent role model for you in your life. I believe a good coach can help you become something you didn't think you could become. I believe a good coach can harness that raw talent of a group of people and mold it into champions. And I believe a good coach builds a culture. It's a hot topic today in today's world, that gives birth to the potential of people. This is all the things that I think Saban has done in his career. And this is from a book called The Making of a Coach. I believe he's done all these things. I believe he's changed some people's lives. I believe he's been a consistent role model for his players and coaches. I believe he's helped programs that were underachieving become great programs. I believe he harnesses raw potential, and that's the only way for you to really understand how he takes these programs that are underperforming or losing and turns them into championship programs. So a good coach can do all of this. A bad coach, exact opposite of all this stuff, squanders good talent, builds a lazy culture. And so when you look at Saban's career, when he left Michigan State and went to LSU, they were underperforming on the field. They had players that couldn't graduate. They weren't winning, getting all the players in Louisiana. Same thing in Alabama, on probation. And a lot of people give him some slack, and they say, man, the guy never won in Miami. The team was 1-9 before he got there. Okay, I think they were like 8-6, 8-4 in his very first year in Miami. So he did take a losing program and turn it into a winning program. So if you take what a good coach does, okay, a good coach has a very unique ability to turn the tide, to harness the culture. So here's all the thing a bad coach does. Squanders good talent. Allows, notice that word, allows good people to underachieve. See, I don't let people underachieve around me. I push, I stretch, I challenge, okay? A bad coach never fully understands the influence that they've got. I mean, it's all very self-centered. It's all about them. They believe it's all about winning and losing. There's more to this equation than winning and losing, okay? It's like if you help 1 million people, you make $1 million, right? Money changes hands when problems are solved. Bad coach never taps into the whole person. That's the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. A bad coach only coaches one area. That's the skill. That's the body. So when you look at this and you're thinking about the making of a coach like Saban, you go all the way back to his early days, and man, he was around football at the age 5 and 6. His dad was a little Pop Warner football coach that went around and recruited players, put them on the bus, built the team, became a powerhouse, and he watched this. He got to see this week after week, month after month. So when you think about the making of a good coach, it typically starts very early in life because they're turned on to something by somebody. I mean, I remember 6 years old Mickey Vincent saying to me, son, you're going to be a great coach. So what happens is they typically get engaged very early in life by somebody. They go to work early studying the grades or have an opportunity to even play for the grades. Okay? And many times they see something in a person and ask them to get involved in some way. Many times another coach asks them to get involved, and that's what happened with Nick Saban. Is his dad got him involved early. He was incredibly hard on him, but he started at 5 and 6 years old. Today we're talking the making of a great coach. And if you're out there and you want to be a great coach, this is for you. The book's for you, The Making of a Coach, the book about Nick Saban. And trust me, I've spent my whole life coaching people. And if you want to be a great coach, then these are some principles you got to understand. You're watching Super Coach, and I am Coach Micheal Burt. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt, and I want to invite you to go to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, April 16th and 17th, 2016. We're going on that Monster Producer Summit. Hyatt Ziva's where we're staying. 2 days of coaching, only $399. And trust me, after you go get there, you're going to understand this. Inspirational things happen in inspirational places. We're going to focus on the selling system, the team responsibilities, your big monster goals for 2016. You don't want to miss this summit. Open to everybody. Go to CoachBurt.com and click on events and join me, Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life. You know, a good coach will do 3 things for you. They'll make you have conversations that you don't want to have. They'll make you do some things you don't want to do. But boy, they'll help you become something you didn't think you could become. I can't wait to coach you up and help you elevate your success and break through your ceilings of complexity. Guys, welcome back. Super study of the great Nick Saban. I don't care if you like him. Some people call him Nicky Satan, but that's because the guy's good, man. That's why people don't like him. The more you win, the more people are going to be negative toward you. Today, you're watching Super Coach. I'm Coach Micheal Burt, and we're talking about the making of a coach, and I'm really breaking down this book about Saban. This guy started 5 and 6 years old. He watched his dad build it. He was a stickler. His dad really pushed him. His dad eventually died of a heart attack, I believe, but he was pushed from a very early age in life. He was turned on to something by somebody. Now let's go to the slides. I'm going to show you some other things he picked up along the way because I believe behind every great number 1 is a great number 2. And Saban worked with different people. He even worked with Belichick for a couple of years. Hey, he didn't like it very much. It's hard when 2 of these hard-nosed people are going head-to-head. But think about studying under some of the greats. Think about what you learned studying under a mentor. I would tell you, don't worry about the money. Go for the mentor. Don't go all for the money. Go for who you're learning under. And Saban certainly worked under these great coaches at different places. And what he began to do is he began to accumulate these skills and talents, and he put them in his suitcase. And he learned not only what to do, but what not to do. And he remained hungry and humble and teachable. He understood that there was a time when he would be a head coach, but you don't start off as a head coach. So what do you learn when you're going through this process? What did he learn? What are the lessons? He learned how to win. He learned how to lose. He learned how to motivate. He learned how to recruit. He learned how to bounce back. And he learned how to connect to the whole person. This is what a great coach does. The making of a coach looks at a whole person. They're coaching the body, that's skill. They're coaching the mind, that's knowledge. They're coaching the heart, that's passion. They're coaching the spirit, that's confidence. So when you're coaching the whole person, you're starting to understand that every meeting I have needs to deal with skill, knowledge, heart, vision, discipline, passion, conscience. Everything is growing the whole person. It's not just one part of a person. It's growing the whole person. And that's really what Saban learned. He also began to develop a philosophy. He began to formulate certain beliefs and philosophies. He began to try those beliefs out, to see what worked and didn't work, to recalibrate. Okay? He got to study under others and work on their time and their dime. He got to go to college on this, right? He got to take less than desirable jobs so he could try out his philosophy. When you're an assistant, you make a lot of suggestions. You make a lot of suggestions, man, because you ain't in the seat. And I remember my head coach at one time saying, hey, one of these days, coach, you're going to move over from where you're sitting to where I'm sitting. And when you move over there, now you, my friend, are in the catbird seat. Now it's all on you. And that's really what you got to do. And so when you're thinking about this, when he's going through this process, he's really starting to become a specialist. He's starting to become known for his defense. He coached the certain defensive group along the way. Still coaches them, I think, at Alabama. He learned how to build a great culture. He's learned how to reinvent himself in different places. And he knows he's there to solve a problem. And I want to take a second and unpack this one. They said in the book that every single interview Saban had, every single interview he had, he brought a yellow notepad of pages and pages of notes that he had brought, that he had found the problems and his solution to the problems. Every single, when he went to these interviews with notes, he's like, here's your problem in recruiting. Here's your problem in this. Here's your problem in this. And here's how I'm going to solve that problem. Think about how impressive it would be when you go to a company or a prospect and say, you got 4 problems and here's my solutions. He was so impressive that they offered him the job many times right in the middle of the interview. To go to Alabama, you got a problem. Probation, people getting disenchanted, losing coaches. Hey, for $32 million, I can solve that problem. Okay? So here's what I want you to take away from this. He gets the concept that money only changes hands when problems are solved. So when I'm studying this book, I'm going, dang, that's why they pay him $32 million. He can solve these problems. He brings the yellow notepad. He stays late. He has a relentless pursuit of perfection. And here's the final thing I would tell you. He gets this big concept. At Michigan State, he found a psychologist that taught him about process. And ever since then, he's focused on one thing. The process is just as important as the product. The reason he seems so unhappy when he wins is because he could care less about the winning and the losing. What he focuses on is the process and the discipline to come in and work that process day in and day out. For all the salespeople who watch this show, who listen to this show, how many hours are you prospecting a day? How many customers are you calling back? How fast is your speed? Are you waking up and solving bigger and bigger problems? This is the process. So one of his core values that I would leave you with today is this. The process is just as important as the product. Would you rather make $1 million or help 1 million people? If you get up and help solve more problems, you're going to make more money. And I would challenge you, because when I've been reading this book on Saban, it's got me to go back. Number one is don't compromise my values. Don't compromise work ethic. Don't compromise culture. Hold people accountable to what they're supposed to be doing. Have the hard conversations. And more than anything, always remember the process is just as important as the product. Go back to the discipline of doing what made you great. Quit saying, I used to do this, I used to do that. You got to get back to doing it. Today's super study of Nick Saban, I encourage you, pick up the book, The Making of a Coach, and focus on all these things, because I'm telling you, man, this guy is good whether you like him or not. He's a turnaround specialist, and there's lots of things we can learn. Every week we multiply your life, your money, and your business. I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. Go to CoachBurt.com to find out more, and follow me at Micheal Burt. Go out there and have a killer week, everybody. Hey guys, I'm Coach Micheal Burt, the Super Coach. I believe everybody needs a good coach in life, and one of the hottest programs we have out in 2016 is Turn Your Managers into Coaches. We want to take your current managers and teach them how to recruit and attract better talent, how to coach and develop that talent, and how to retain that talent. Most managers do not know how to coach and develop talent. That's why we developed this very extensive program, 12 modules. We can deliver it in one day. We can deliver it in 4 sessions, 6 sessions, or 12 sessions. All you got to go to managerstocoaches.com and sign your team up so we can coach them up. And here's what's going to happen. More engagement better cultures, better work environments, and you're going to get much more production. Turn your managers into coaches with Coach Micheal Burt. Hey guys, Coach Micheal Burt, and I want to invite you to go to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, April 16th and 17th, 2016. We're going on that Monster Producer Summit. Hyatt Ziva's where we're staying. 2 days of coaching, only $399. And trust me, after you go get there, you're going to understand this. Inspirational things happen in inspirational places. We're going to focus on the selling system, the team responsibilities, your big monster goals for 2016. You don't want to miss this summit. Open to everybody. Go to CoachBurt.com and click on events and join me, Cabo San Lucas, Mexico.